Hypnosis can lower stress, which is a common trigger of asthma, but we also know that the power of the mind can influence physical processes. Hypnosis can improve your immune function and ease pain, and directly and beneficially affect the workings of the body. This means that hypnotherapy and hypnosis can ease asthma. This session will get you feeling more relaxed and give you a way of quickly feeling more comfortable during typical asthma trigger times. Now, as you begin to prepare to relax really deeply, you can just pick a spot on the ceiling or wall, a little above eye level. Gaze at it comfortably. And as you really focus on that spot, you can just become aware that there will be a tendency for those eyes to blink all by themselves. And as you begin to relax more, that blinking will become a little slower, a little heavier. And that doesn't have to happen any sooner than it feels right. But you might notice the shapes and colors in your peripheral vision, continuing to gaze deeply at that spot, allowing the jaw to loosen, the shoulders to drop, and noticing that with your imagination, you could feel tiny weights pulling on your eyelids, pulling them closed. In the knowledge that when they do, eventually, a wave of deep comfort can carry you all the way down into an increasing state of calm, inward focus. And with a deep, full in-breath and a slow, smooth, restful out-breath, you can just enjoy this deep rest right now. With eyelids closed already, or soon perhaps later, and mind calming, body sinking, resting, drifting, toes relaxing, fingertips relaxing. A sense of deep calm flowing all through the body, up the legs, the calves, the thighs, up the arms, past the elbows, and now the stomach, back and chest. Just experience a sense of letting go and releasing, softening the muscles of the neck and face, and remembering what the freedom of a wonderful holiday feels like. The beauty, the ability to take it all the time you need, to really luxuriate in the time that's yours to enjoy so thoroughly. And some people on holiday stretch out on the beach, basking in the warmth of the sun, listening to the waves lapping at the beach. Others explore new places, landscapes, towns, local delicacies. But there's always a sense that this is your time to enjoy. And the reality of what you've begun to do here and now is of very great importance to your learning how to consciously control your muscles and the rhythm of your breathing. Because as you've been listening to this, you've already been relaxing, consciously and unconsciously. And although your unconscious mind may have drifted off from time to time into different thoughts about this or that, all the while, your breathing has begun to slow. Your heart rate has begun to slow. Your brain waves have begun to shift into deeper rhythms, so that in closing your eyes and listening carefully with the intention of deeply relaxing, you've already made measurable physical changes in your body, changes taken care of by your unconscious. And in hypnosis, you can learn to profoundly direct and influence your unconscious. And as you continue to relax, even deeper still, you can begin right now noticing in front of you a great wide cinema screen stretched out before your vision, feeling your hands resting on the arms of the cinema seat as you lean back and begin to watch a movie. And that movie begins with a herd of wild horses, some brown, some black, a white one, galloping across hills and fields, hearing the thunder of their hooves rhythmically pounding the ground, vibrating through the cinema, watching their manes blow in the wind, powerful muscles propelling them forwards, breathing hard and fast, their respiratory systems powerful, deep, amazingly efficient, hearing them snort with delight as they weave this way and that, running for the sheer exhilaration and pleasure that it brings. And there comes a time when the horses slow and come to a halt, meandering about, grazing on the grass. And you can really pay special attention as their breathing immediately and effortlessly begins to relax. And it slows right down in a very short space of time. And when they stop to graze, to rest, or to wander, their bodies know intuitively how to slow that breathing right down, easily, smoothly, and naturally. And as you consider that on every level, your unconscious can really get a sense of what relaxing and slowing the breath really means. How there are times when you need lots of oxygen, when you're exercising, doing something strenuous, moving quickly. And then there are times when you are much calmer and rested and still. And then that breathing can slow right down again and really relax. And the airways in the lungs can be open and free. And you can notice before you, in reach of your hand, a dial. And you can see the words breathing rate written clearly above it. And as you reach out to that dial, you can find that turning it a little one way causes the airways in the lungs to narrow a little, and for the breathing rate to increase. But turning it the other way lets the body know it's time to relax properly, so that the airways widen and the breathing becomes free and easy. And as you turn that dial right down now and feel that release, you can realize that the more you do this, the more your unconscious will become deeply familiar with this process, and the more effective a tool it will become, such that if you consider a particular trigger for those asthma episodes that you've had in the past, stress, smoke, physical exertion, whatever it was, you can just choose one here and now and find yourself back in that cinema, watching that screen, and see yourself up there on the screen just before the experience of that trigger. And then watch calmly as that you on the screen experiences that trigger and has the tiny beginnings of that asthma response, only to find something different happens as a part of them begins to go inside and access that dial and turn it down again, calming and relaxing the lungs, the airways expanding, remembering an image of those horses ending their gallop, and instinctively breathing slower and slower, more and more fully and easily, until they have reached a natural, restful rhythm. And watching that you on the screen, able to calm down that old response thoroughly and continue doing what they were doing, breathing calmly and easily. And now I'd like you to float out of your cinema seat and right into the beginning of that movie, stepping right inside this future you, becoming yourself there, seeing what you'll see, hearing what you'll hear, just before you experience that old trigger, and then going through this future time, experiencing the beginning sense of an episode, perhaps a little tightening in the chest, just reminding you to go inside now, reaching out in your mind to turn that dial down. And as you do that, you can feel the lungs release like a wonderfully relaxing sigh, a flash of the memory of those horses, calming right down and meandering around at rest, and just enjoying going through this future time and feeling at ease for the rest of the day, in the knowledge that your unconscious is going to make this an increasingly real future template for you to physically experience in the days and weeks and months and years ahead. And as you prepare to become wide awake, you can bring these feelings of comfort and rest back with you. Just noticing the position of your arms and legs, the sensation of whatever's supporting your body, bringing yourself to the here and now, coming back refreshed and alert. And then whenever you're ready, just open your eyes.